Ladies and gentlemen, today we are here to ask and answer one simple question. Can Face Hunter win? Is that a thing that we could do? So, according to the Hearthstone deck tracker / DHS Replay website, this exact deck list has a 65% global win rate, granted, small sample size, they only had 230 games. This is also the exact deck list that Vicious Syndicate recommends for Face Hunters, and in my personal experience, it's not as good as HSW likes it to believe, but it still is a winning deck, and I thought we were going to take it for a spin and see how it does on video. Alright, Mage is one of the classes that both the deck tracker preview for this deck as well as the HS Replay site for the archetype says we should beat very consistently. That being said, I would feel like I should keep a reader, because the first two games I played with this, both of which I lost by the way, I did not see a single voracious reader or kill command for that matter, so I basically drew dead there. So I feel like this is a decent keep. I know Tour Guide is a good keep, Demon Companion is a decent keep, just generally having someone to play in one. Surprisingly enough, according to HS Replay, again, sparse data set though, Adorable Infestation is supposed to be the best keep, which makes a lot of sense if you have Intrepid Initiate, of course, because it's one of the best ways to trigger that. But I think we might just end up playing the Demon Companion here, which will always have better stats than Tour Guide, and the cost reduction from Tour Guide will presumably still be usable later, especially if we draw an early Face Stalker, which coincidentally we do. Yeah, no, I'll play the Demon Companion. That's a Misha. I would have actually, no, I like the Misha because I was gonna say I might have liked a Huffer here for more immediate face damage, but also our opponent very clearly is a mage and has the hero power that can kill Huffers very effectively, well, baby Huffers at least. So, we're looking at this Doomsayer, which makes me think, how about we just hit him in the face, play hero power, pass the turn. By the way, if you're wondering about the secrets, I didn't really go into it too much in the intro. This runs a Freezing Trap and 2 Pressure Plates, which doesn't seem like the most intuitive thing for this archetype, but turns out to make a lot of sense once you consider the decks you're likely to face on ladder, which in the current meta just happens to be a lot of Libram Paladin and Guardian Druid. Frankly, I faced more Libram Paladins, though supposedly there's more Guardian Druids around, but Libram Paladin, of course, whenever they buff a minion, it instantly dies. If it's a single minion, if it's not a single minion, it's still something's gonna die. For the Guardian's Druid, also, if they play Guardian animals, like one of them will immediately die. If they have something on the board already, that will die, but something will die. Second Doomsayer is rough. So yeah, normally, traditionally people run explosive traps in these sort of decks. That could have hit better. Quite frankly, I would have really liked to see the Doomsayer there being killed. So, once again, hero power, Scavenger's Ingenuity. Wolpertinger is the other beast we run, so we run specifically 2 beasts, Face Stalker and Wolpertinger. Both of them for a very simple reason. Wolpertinger, really good stats if you draw him with Scavenger's Ingenuity, because it's going to be a 3/3. And of course Face Stalker for the synergy with the hero power, and also to draw off of, potentially off of the Scavenger's Ingenuity, which by the way is the reason why we don't play any other beasts. There might be some that would somewhat qualify. Boar is maybe worth a consideration, but probably not the best thing. I think given this board, how about we play Dragonbane? And I was gonna say Coin Hero Power, but Tour Guide Hero Power just seems a lot better. And especially if we hit the dude, which we don't, you know what, fuck it. I'll just play the Wolpertinger. As you can see by the deck list on the right hand side, and also from the intro, there's not a lot of expensive cards in this deck, so yeah, this just, you know, player stuff. I have 2 voracious readers, so I will be able to draw back to 3 whenever, so I'm not really that worried about my hand. So having the huge board presence there makes sense. Now I did run into the Blizzard there, though. Oh right, he has Spell Damage. I was about to say, like, though it's not that devastating, but actually it kind of is. I like Reader, Infestation, Bow, hit him in the face. Does only draw 1 card, but at this point, with the second reader still on hand, it's still he will have to presumably trade. We keep at the very least the weapon. We can push at minimum a 5 damage next turn, assuming no ice barriers. That is still decent. Elemental Ally is not too worrying, because by the time that triggers, it's hopefully not going to be relevant anymore. I guess it could be next turn. We're probably not going to win by next turn. Spell damage stuff, yeah. I feel like I might have a reason to take out the Elemental, but on the other hand, I also feel like I just want to hit him a lot. I think it's Ingenuity. Wait, if I play Ingenuity, I cannot Face Stalker, Hero Power, and Felmo. So I'm gonna have to make a decision then. But if it's Wall Protector, it doesn't matter. It's Face Stalker. I feel like the dude here is better. You know, I'm just gonna still play the Face Stalker though, and the Cup. And since the Face Stalker is likely to die, I'm just gonna kill the weapon. Doesn't really matter. Though I feel like maybe I should have pushed Hero Power this turn, because of course Mage doesn't really heal. So basically Ice Barrier is the biggest... Wait, yes, Ice Barrier is the only way he's really gonna get a significant amount of armor. So right now the best thing I can do is just keep pushing face damage every turn, which of course I didn't really do that turn because I was hoping to establish quite a bit. But I guess the Face Stalker might not have been the best choice here. I'm still... Again, I have played different varieties of Face Hunter before, but this deck I think I have like, what was it, like 10 games with, so that also is not gonna exactly reflect too positively on my win rate with it, though I feel like, considering that I'm still doing decently well. Let's see, but what do we draw? Do we draw something? Come on. Okay, that is a kill command, which is a lot better if you have a beast. I don't know if he has a lethal next turn, quite frankly. I can't really worry about it too much. If Tiamat is only dealing... yeah, I have lethal next turn. If Tiamat is only dealing 12 damage, Violet Spellwing is 13, Hero Power is 14. If he kills the Spellwing, that could potentially be 2 more, but that's still fighting 9 points of damage. Yeah, that is establishing a board. Double Kill Command is not going to care about your board. And of course, the only thing I would really have to worry about is Counterspell, because I don't need a beast for Double Kill Command. If there were a Counterspell, which you would have to discover, of course, because he doesn't run it by design, because he's a somewhat aggressive deck. Same thing actually with the Ice Barrier that I earlier mentioned. Which... if he had somehow gotten a Counterspell, I would have still won though, because of the Freezing Trap. Wait, no, that would throw him off. It doesn't matter. Kill command, Hero Power. That's how you win. I'm gonna play one more though. Shaman. I would expect Totem Shaman, though I definitely have faced Quest before as well. Initiate is pretty much the best play on 1, but Falmo is the best play on 2, making Initiate the worst play on 1. Getting rid of Ingenuity. And I think I'm just gonna play, yeah, I'm just gonna play a 1-drop. Sorry about that. I'm gonna play 1-drop on 1. It's gonna be Sharpshooter actually, because Initiate doesn't really make any specific sense. And then I'm presumably gonna play Falmo on 2. Depends a little bit on if he plays something, but this doesn't seem particularly worrying. We get a good start once again, which is a bit lucky, I guess. If we draw Tour Guide next turn, that gives us another really good turn 3 Fellstalker play. Especially because I would really like to kill that Trick Totem. Which I know is not exactly my deck strategy, but that could fuck me over. And I guess we're just gonna ignore that and go for Initiate into Ingenuity. How about that? Let's give us some board, hit him in the face a little bit. Just a little bit. Initiate can kill it next turn if the Falmo doesn't. If he clears the board somehow with the totem, then so be it. Face Stalker Hero Power is a good turn for play, especially since the Face Stalker is a 4/5. And let's see, what does... He was looking at the coin there, so that 4 mana. What does he do for 4 mana? He's not gonna play a Splitting Axe, is he? Oh, 6 mana. Now this could be interesting. Oh, it's an Elementalist. Wait, it's Galakrond, but not Quest, is what you're telling me. I mean, it does explain why it was going a bit slow in the beginning, because that didn't really seem very totem-like. How devastating is Blade Rise? Not much, huh? Let's start with that. It's not Bamboozle. Phase Stalker. It's not the other one. Ambush, that's what it's called. And let's kill this. Just for security reasons, and then there we go. It was Plagiarize, which means he gets, oh, a Phase Stalker. And since I played it, and it now goes to his hand, it should be going backwards in play with the zoning rules for Hearthstone, it should mean it's a 2-3. Which is like the most worrying thing you could have right now, is just an overset of minions, so I don't mind really. Alright, the secret was pressure plate, by the way. Doesn't really matter that much, but good to know. I think at this point we just push. I'm gonna play the Battle Mage because it trades better with the Elementalist in case he gets any ideas. Because if he kills the Initiate without it being triggered, that's just gonna be annoying for us, because then he still gets a 3-1 to trade with again. Our opponent's at 6 in health on turn 5, which is not exactly what we like, but it goes in the right direction for sure. Having double Felma on the board does definitely help our cause as well. Yeah, I wonder what you're gonna do as well. Because there isn't really that much you can do. There is, what does he have? He has 2 cards he kept on the mulligan. Those should be good, I guess. And he got a couple of cards he drew the last couple turns, well, the last 3 turns, and the the Phase Stalker, which he does, of course, not run any secrets because he's a shaman. They don't have secrets, so not the most worrying thing about the Phase Stalker. Again, it should be a 2-3 if I'm not mistaken, so if it was a 4-5 it would be a little more worrying, though by the time that becomes relevant I'm hopefully already winning anyways. I'm probably not winning next turn though. Yeah, that makes it less winning for sure. Can kill the 5-4 makes sense because of that being able to kill the taunt. Seems like a Phase Stalker turn for me. Sure. Yeah, he cannot play the shield next turn if I freeze it. So freezing it makes sense. Pressure plating it also makes sense. Also thins out our deck just a little bit. I'm not gonna hit in there, of course, because I'm hoping that the secrets will take care of it. So most of the stuff that's left in our deck is actually pretty good for us, especially the Dragonbane, the Kill Commands, the Eaglehorn Bows. That's 6 out of 18, that's a third of the cards. Voracious Reader is not in of itself that good, but of course because it gives us something great, it doesn't have the hugest board presence there, but it does something. He did just get himself a second Serpentine Portal, so he can take out the Battle Mage. Doesn't, however. Oh no, he doesn't have the mana, right. So that is not bad. Now we just hero power, play out our minions. Just take it a bit slow, but Dragonbane could be instant lethal. If a beast lives, a kill command is instant lethal. If we get enough board, we could also just win that way. And that's a good freezing, I'll give you that. He could get himself some lackeys later on that could find him some answers, and more importantly, he kept the shield. But also, he can now, the best he can do with the shield, I think, is kill the... probably the Battle Mage, actually. It depends on how high he calculates the likelihood of me drawing a spell. Because of course I don't have one on hand right now, because I don't have a hand. But either of those two, I think, because I still need the Felma to get through the taunt. That being said, it depends a little bit on what he has on hand. He does have the Serpentine Portal as well, so he could clear out, actually, 2 things, which means he could probably clear out both Wall Protectors if he's afraid of Kill Command. Though, counterpoint would be that if I do have Kill Command, I can probably deal with him with the taunt as well, because I have a spell then for the other guy, so it's a bit of a... still has no secrets. So yeah, his hand, probably not the best thing, and there is an adorable infestation. Math, okay. Hit there makes a lot of sense. Getting this an upgrade, and just, you know, this is the phase that would just go all face. So, 2 health. Now, I'm not putting it past him to have healing. Though, let me remember, Witch's Brew. Witch's Brew still exists, right? I think Witch's Brew still exists. As in standard, of course, it exists as a card. Because that would be like the worst thing you could do for me, but even then I might still have a chance, but that's... Because I'm also at full health and I still have some card draw, which is unusual for Hunter, but of course, Voracious Reader really... It's interesting because the expansion looked a lot... very control heavy with a lot of the cards that it released, and then Voracious Reader came out and it's like, well, this is an aggro card, and then Glide was like, this is an anti-control card, which doesn't actually see play, but that's a separate thing. So yeah, that looked... Well, Mana Tide's not gonna help you. That's not gonna help you either. You need to heal. Yes, okay, everything has Rush. By the way, someone recommended I put the Broom in the Warlock. I did, I like it better now. Thanks for that. But yeah, this is not enough. Because I have hero power, that just wins. And I'm a face hunter, I'm not gonna not see it, yeah. Well played. I think that does it for the video. I could have probably played another game, but yeah, that's just how the deck plays. It plays decently well, I think. I'm still getting used to some of the, like, when do I hero power, when do I rather establish board sort of situations with it, despite having played face hunters before, as I've said, but overall, it seems like a pretty good deck. Let's see the win rates really quickly. That doesn't have the most recent game in there yet, so I'm 6-4, 7-4, and can I get it to actually recognize that, please? No? Okay. Yeah, 7-4, 65% global. That is close to 65% local. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. You know, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and all that. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. That's it.